Hello, I'm Simon. Welcome to my workshop. In this video I'm going to be building a fundraising totaliser for my local men's shed. Let's get tinkering. If you're wondering what a totaliser is, it is simply a visual way of showing how much money has been raised. This one will show the projects and thank the member that did it. I'm using reclaimed wood, so I start by tidying up both sides on my table saw. And then the ends. And with the blade set to 45 degrees, I add a bevel. My camera ran out of memory while I was making that cut. Basically, I've added a bevel to each of these corners. I've set this up so that the blade is just touching the bevel that I'd cut. And I'm now going to use my digital level, which has got a magnet on it, quite a strong magnet, to provide a marker for where I need to place the board when I'm cutting the ends. I'm just checking it, make sure it's perfect. I'm hoping by doing it like this, I'll be able to get a perfect bevel that's exactly the same size as on the sides. If not, I can always trim it. So here's a mock-up of what I'm thinking. The tape measure will be fixed to this board. I've 3D printed a little arrow which can indicate how much we've raised, and then for the individual projects that raise money we'll have these little cards that are held on with these tiny clothes pegs, and that way we can show exactly who's raised some money, what they've raised, possibly a picture of what they've built, and over the year we'll see more cards being added and we'll see the arrow moving up to whatever our target is. I've adjusted the stop to go to the depth that I want and the back of the fence so that if I keep the wood against the fence the bit will stay in the centre. I'm using the Forstner bit to remove the majority of wood. I'll follow up with a chisel. I need a way of fixing the totaliser to the wall, so I have a look in my hardware box for something suitable. And then using a Forstner bit, I create the cavity needed behind this bracket. I then screw the bracket in place. I can now begin sanding back to bare wood, using my random orbital sander. I vacuum the bench and the part to remove the majority of the sawdust. And follow up with a tack cloth. I always use these tack cloths before finishing a project. They seem to provide the best surface for finishing, reducing dust nibs. My finish for this project will be furniture oil, 3 coats with 6 hours between coats. It brings out the grain, and pine has such a lovely grain. Now to make the cards that will display the projects. These will be thin slivers of pine with details of each project glued to them. I cut the cards on the table saw. My first cut almost ended in disaster, falling down between the blade and the insert plate. I fixed this for the remaining cuts using some parcel tape.
This works well, but I really need to make a zero clearance insert. If you're wondering what a men's shed is, it's an international organisation of community woodworking workshops for men. My role is as an operations manager. This is just a fancy name for helping the members out and making lots of tea. I then stack the slivers on top of each other and cut out the cards. The saw cuts very cleanly, so they just need a light sanding to finish them off. And now I glue the pegs onto the backs of the cards. We're almost finished. I mix up some 2-part 5-minute epoxy and fix the tape measure in place.
Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. It was a simple project, but hopefully something that will be appreciated at the shed. If you did, then please leave a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more videos like this, then please subscribe. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, why not subscribe by clicking my logo? It's free, and YouTube will add some of my videos to your feed. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you soon.